So, since being a kid, I have been a console gamer. PlayStation, Xbox, big TV, controller. That is how I've played. But since becoming a grown-up, things have taken a little bit of a change. I didn't buy a Steam Deck to replace my PS5, but in a way, it kind of has. Not because it's more powerful or that it plays games better, but it just fits into life in a more convenient way. And, well, I didn't expect that. So today's video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why the Steam Deck is a great console for those console gamers who just don't have enough time to play these days. If you love console gaming but don't always get use of a TV, then a gaming handheld, and personally I recommend a Steam Deck, it's probably going to be a great fit for you. You know, if you've never finished a game, if sitting at a desk feels more like work than work, this isn't about turning you into a PC gamer. It's about fitting gaming back into life, and in a way that, well, actually works. My biggest hesitation before getting a Steam Deck was, well, I don't want a mini PC. I just want to be able to play my games. I don't want to have to do any faffing about. I just want to be able to turn it on and play. And I think the Steam Deck does give me that in an abundance. You know, when I was comparing handhelds, I could have got a Windows handheld, which would have been more powerful, and I'd have been able to play more games on there. But I didn't want the hassle of updating drivers kicking me off mid-game. I just wanted to have something that works. But when you boot up the Steam Deck, it is like having a console. The interface is just so console-like. You can see here, beautiful, nice big tiles, it's simple, it's easy to navigate. And that was one of the reasons that I was drawn to SteamOS overall. Playing something like the Steam Deck with its SteamOS, it does feel more like a PlayStation or a Switch. The Steam Deck, it gives you PC freedom with less effort. I am trying to find R2 here. Where is he? I think reason number 2 to get a Steam Deck is the fact that some people might underestimate it at the time, but that is quick resume. You could be mid-quest and then you get a call to one of your children wanting you, dinner's ready. And with just a simple tap of the power button, your Steam Deck is going to go into sleep mode, and then you can just leave it. You can come back to it hours later, the next day, a couple of days later, maybe depending on how charged your battery was. And then you are going to pick up right from where you left off. And I think as a parent, or like I've said previously, a busy gamer, that is something that you just cannot underestimate. The fact that you can just pick up your games straight away. I could have gone with a more powerful handheld that can play more games like Xbox Game Pass, but I didn't want the hassle of Windows gaming, and I wanted something that could fit into my life. And a big draw of that was quick resume. It is just something you cannot underestimate. I know I keep saying it, but yeah, this is one of the reasons to get a Steam Deck or any other gaming handheld that does run SteamOS. Traditional gaming consoles, well, they demand space. You know, if the TV's in use, whether your partner's using it or the children are watching YouTube or the latest episode of Bluey, you're not going to be able to play, but the Steam Deck, it fixes that for us. You can play on the sofa, you can play in bed, you can play on the toilet. The Steam Deck has the flexibility to allow us to play anywhere. It doesn't feel like an event playing a game where you build it up and then, you know, you're left dissatisfied because the game's been an absolute pain. And it kind of feels like you're just picking up a book and reading for 25 minutes. And soon enough, 25 minutes can feel like an hour. And because of that, you do end up playing more. Not longer, maybe just more often. Having a Steam Deck, it isn't about playing at max settings. It's about having sensible settings, locking your frame rate to 40 FPS, maximising your battery life so you can, you know, play for longer should you have the chance. You're not pulling up huge power like you would on a gaming PC, and oh, hang on, what am I doing here? You're not overheating a room. And honestly, once you stop chasing ultra settings and start chasing consistency, it's hard to go back. It's predictable, it's reliable, and for adults with limited time, reliability rather than graphical bragging rights matters more. The fifth reason to own a Steam Deck, and I mentioned this sort of thing in my previous video about the PlayStation Portal. It removes friction. It removes the feeling that gaming would need a block of time. It removes the guilt of, oh, I shouldn't really have to sit down now. I shouldn't take the TV away from everybody. I want to play a game, I want to relax, but I'm taking the TV away from a family member. And is that fair? Probably not. So you might have a little bit of guilt there. You pick the Steam Deck, you play for 20 minutes, and then you suspend it. And then when you can next play, you come back to it. Suddenly, gaming feels accessible again. And like I've said previously, it's fitting into real life. Gaming isn't something you have to schedule where you know that, oh, I know that my partner is going to be doing this at this time and I can play. The kids are active at this time. The kids are asleep. Everyone else is asleep. Having a Steam Deck, it means that, you know, you haven't got to plan your gaming time. Previously, I've had to play in the middle of the night when everyone else is asleep because I'm not commandeering the TV. And because of this now, ooh, I don't know what. This is a bit weird. That's why, even though I didn't buy it to replace my console, it kind of did. Because I reach for the Steam Deck more often. I can't remember the last time I turned on my PS5 and I had a good session on it. And, you know, it's not because the Steam Deck is better on paper. It is because it fits into my life.